Hello students, in my previous video linked list part 1 I explained about the drawbacks of arrays and why there is a need of linked list. In this video I am going to explain you about the types of linked list and how to represent that linked list in a memory. So basically there are four types of linked list: singly linked list, circular singly linked list, doubly linked list and circular doubly linked list. This is the diagrammatic representation of singly linked list. So singly linked list, there are three nodes. As we know that linked list is a collection of node, and in this linked list I have three nodes. 10 is a first node, 15 is a second node and 20 is a third node. Each node contains a data part and link part. Link part is also called as a address part. So in a data part, I am going to store the actual value, that is nothing but 10, 15 and 20. And in address part, it holds the address of another node. So for example, you can understand using this example. So the memory address of the second node is 1000 and that 1000 gets stored in a address part of first node. What is the address of third node? Address of third node is 2000 and we are going to store that third node's address in the address part of second node. So this is how we represent the singly linked list. Next type of linked list is a circular singly linked list. So what is the difference between singly linked list and a circular linked list? In a singly linked list, last node's address part contains a null value. So what is the format for the singly linked list? Previous node's address part holds the address of next node. Since 20, this is the last node in this linked list, so its address part contains a null value. But what is the difference between singly linked list and circular linked list? In a circular linked list, instead of storing a null value, it holds the address of first node. So what is the address of first node? Address of first node is 4000. So instead of storing here null value, we are recording the address of first node. So what is the use of this singly linked list? In a circular singly linked list, singly linked list traverse in a single direction, in a forward direction. But using a circular singly linked list, we can move the records in a circular fashion. Means we can visit the first record, second record, third record, and again from the third record we can come back to the first record. So that is the advantage of circular singly linked list. Next type of linked list is a doubly linked list. So what is a doubly linked list? Doubly linked list contains one data part and two address part. So the first address part, let us call it as a previous, and the next address part, call it as a next. So what is a previous? Previous holds the address of previous node. Since this is the first node in the linked list, we don't have any previous node before this node, so it holds a null address. And its next part, it holds the address of next node. So the next node is second node, its address is 2000. So in first node's next part, we are going to store 2000 value. The same thing happens over here. So consider the node 2. Node 2's previous part contains address of first node and next part contains the address of next node. What about the last node? Last node's previous part contains address of second node, but last node's next part contains null value. Why null value? Because we don't have any other node after this. So in a doubly linked list, first node's previous part and last node's next part holds the null value. Circular doubly linked list. The difference between doubly linked list and circular linked list is that here we can move in a circular way. The meaning is that in earlier diagram we could see that first node's previous part contains a null value, but here the first node's previous part holds the address of last node and last node's next part holds the address of last node. First node's previous part holds the address of last node, and the last node's next part holds the address of first node. So this is how it moves in a circular fashion. That is why it is called as a doubly circular linked list. Now this is the memory representation. This is how we represent the linked list in a memory using a structure. As we know that using any of the built-in data type, we cannot directly represent a node because node contains a data part as well as a link part. But using that is why the solution for this is structure, to create a structure. Structure is what? Structure is a user defined data type where you can combine the different data type under one name. So in this particular structure, we are going to combine one integer variable and one pointer variable. Why we need a pointer variable? Because we know that the pointer, the link part holds the address of next node, okay, and to hold the address of any node we need a pointer variable. But what is the data type of that pointer? Structure type, because each and every node is of type structure. That is why in a definition of struct node we have two part, info part where we are going to store the actual data, and link part where we are going to store the address of next node. So this is how we can create a node using code. So on a singly linked list, which are all operations we can perform? We know that on any kind of data structure we can perform the common operations like insertion, deletion, traversal or display. Both are same. Searching, sorting. So these are the multiple operations, but in this video you are going to see only three operations, that is nothing but insert, delete and display. So what is a display? In displaying the content of linked list we need to visit each and every node. So the display we can also call it as a traversal. What is exactly meaning of traversing? Traversing means visiting each and every node exactly once. First we'll visit the first node, that is a 10, print that value on a screen. Next visit the next node 15, print that value on a screen. Again visit a next node 20, print that value on a screen. So in displaying operation we are visiting each and every node. That is why display is also called as a traversing. Insertion is the first operation. At first our linked list is empty. We need to insert the first node in a linked list. So there are three possibilities where to insert a node. We can insert the node at first position, we can insert a node at last position, or we can insert a node in between. First and second node के बीच में भी आप node insert कर सकते हो, and you can insert the node between second and third node. So in between also you can insert the node. Deletion, again for deletion there are three conditions. You can delete the node from first position, last position or in between. So we'll consider all three conditions. But before that we'll see how to allocate a memory for the node. Okay, so we have defined a node using structure variable. But how to allocate a memory? For the memory allocation, we need to use the malloc and calloc function. Compare this with the arrays. We know that while creating an array, we need to mention the size of that array. So the size of that array is 10, 20, 50, etc. etc. But as we know that there is a no restriction with the linked list, we don't need to mention the size. So as per the user requirement, we are going to create a linked list. That is why here we are using the memory allocation function malloc to allocate a memory, because we don't know the size of that linked list. As per the user requirement, we are going to create the 5 nodes to 10 nodes or 15 nodes. So how to allocate this memory? This memory we can allocate using a malloc function. It returns the address of location with a piece of memory of size structure. That is for information field and for the address field. So that memory will be allocated using a malloc function, and that will be initialized to the new node variable. Then this is an algorithm to insert the element from the front. Okay, so first we need to create a temporary variable node. Okay, so temporary variable you can create as a node, as each node contains a data part and a link part. So earlier this data and link both values are null. Afterwards we are going to initialize a value to the data part. Okay, so here we have initialized the value as a 30 to the data part and link part. Since this is our first node in our linked list, we don't have any other node after this node. That is why its next part contains a null value. Okay, so we have created a node, we have initialized a value. The next task is link this node with the already contained linked list. So this is a linked list we are already having, and I am going to add the node at the first position. So what I need to do, I need to create a variable temp with the data part and link part. In a data part I am going to save the value 10, and link part I am going to save the address of first node. So earlier this was the first node, but when you connect this node with the earlier's first node, this newly created node becomes a first node. So what code we'll write for this? Temp link. Temp is temporary created variable. Temp link is equal to first. So this is how you can connect the newly created node with the existing linked list. Then this is an algorithm to display the content. So how to display the content? For that purpose you need to check that if first equals to null. So what is the first? First is nothing but the first node in our linked list. If it contains a null value, this means that your linked list is empty. No need to print the values of that linked list. But if it contains any value, then we need to traverse this linked list. While temp is not equal to null, print each and every element, and again point this temp will point to the next element. So all the elements in the linked list it will print. This is a code to delete the element from front. If first equal to null, then it will print a message list is empty. But if it is not, then temp is equal to first. So whichever is the first node, assign that value to the temp, and first is equal to link first. Means now this first will get linked with the next variable and free the memory using free temp. So temp is assigned as a first node, and we are going to free that memory using a free function. As we know that free is a function which is used to deallocate a memory. Using malloc and calloc we can allocate a memory, and the same memory we can free using a free function. So using this function we are going to delete the node. Okay, so here I'll explain you in detail. So this is my first node in a linked list. So I'll assign this is first as well as a temp. So I have written over here statement temp is equal to first, because this is my first node in a linked list. Afterwards I need to cut this link. So what I'll do to cut this link? Temp is equal to first and first is equal to first link. First link is what? First link is nothing but a next second node. So for second node I am assigning a value first. Earlier this was first. Now by writing the statement first is equal to first link, I am assigning this node as a first, and I am going to cut this node by using a free function. So whenever I use free temp, because this is my temp and now this is a first variable. So when I write a statement free temp, this memory will be deallocated and automatically this first element from the linked list will be deleted. Okay, after that my linked list contains only two elements, 15 and 20. In searching is one of the operation where you can search whether the particular element is present in given linked list or not. So in my linked list there are 3 elements, 10, 15 and 20. So what is my key value? Key value is nothing but the element is to be searched. I want to check whether 20 is present or not. So what I'll do, I'll compare this 20 with the first node. If these two values are not equal, then increment a pointer, again compare 15 with 20. Since 15 is not equal to 20, again increment a pointer. Again the last node's data part is 20 and this is equal to my key value. So that time I can print a message, element found at particular position. So what is a position? Earlier my position was 1, then 2 and this becomes a 3. So finally I can print a message, the element found at 3rd position. So this is how I can search the element from the linked list. If the element does not exist in my list, so here my elements are 10, 15 and 20 and I am going to search whether the 30 is present or not. So this 30 will compare with 10, 15 and 20. Each time the pointer will be incremented. Since it doesn't match with the key value, it will print a message, element not found. The next operation is inserting an element at any position. So we have seen a code how to insert the element at the first position. So here suppose I want to insert the element in between first and second element. So what I'll do, I'll again assign a memory using malloc function. I'll create one node. This is newly created node. Okay, so what is the first node's link part? I'll assign to the newly created node, and newly created node's address part I will assign to the next node, last node. So this is how I am able to break this link, and this link will connect it to the newly created node, and newly created node's link part holds the address of next node. So this is how we are able to insert any element in a linked list at any position. This is all about the different operations of linked list. Thank you.